Hi friends, welcome to Meals with Maria. Today I wanted to bring you our summer budget favorites. These are things that my family absolutely loves all summer long. They are meals that are very inexpensive. They're things that we look forward to. All three of them are on the grill. But if you do not have an outdoor grill, I will make sure to give you alternative options to cook them in the oven or on the stove. We personally love using the grill in the summer because it doesn't heat up the kitchen, which keeps down air conditioning costs and all that jazz. Maybe you don't have air conditioning. So if you do have an option of getting an outdoor grill or having an outdoor grill, it really helps. It helps with the heat. And it's a lot of fun to grill for your family and make something different than you would in the winter. Here are our top 3 budget favorites. This first recipe is for grilled boneless skinless chicken thighs. I am just using some Newman's Own Parmesan garlic dressing that I had in the refrigerator. I'm gonna add about half that container to a bag with a couple of pounds of those, and then we're gonna pop them on the grill on high and cook them so fast. I also grabbed a chopped dinner kit, and if you have like a coupon on there, make sure to give that to the person at the counter because mine did not go through, so I'm kind of bummed about that. But you can sometimes find these on clearance at Walmart for like $1.98, which is a really good deal. And for me, sometimes it's just easier, cheaper, and at least I'm not dining out when I want to grab something fast for a busy night or a hot night. I don't mind spending a couple bucks because I'm going to spend a lot less than I would if I was going to order food. I like to just add the toppings in, and then I'll add anything that I have around the house that is a good choice. So you can see on the side there, I have some shredded cheddar cheese, and if I had some diced avocado, I would add that in. If I have some bacon, I would add some bacon bits in. You can add whatever you like to this and really beef it up and add extra stuff. You could do like a sliced cucumber or some tomato. Just take what you have in the house and make your salad even better than it originally was. The boneless, skinless thighs cook up so quick no matter what way you're cooking them. On the grill, they're about 5 minutes on each side on high, and in the oven, you could do them about 20 minutes at 350 degrees. You could also pan sear them for about 5 minutes on each side, and they would be delicious. They are so juicy and so good. I just grabbed some leftover of my rice-a-roni meal from the night before because it was a good side and it was quick, and to serve that with our salad and our chicken. In the heat of the summer, I might grab some really cheap corn on the cob and serve that as well. What did you just say?
5.
Yeah, but how do you feel about it? You said I love this type of chicken.
Because it tastes yummy.
For this next recipe, I'm gonna make some Greek chicken kebabs. So I am going to use those boneless chicken thighs again, but you could also use some boneless, skinless chicken breast and just cut them up into strips. I'm gonna marinate this in a simple Greek dressing from Ken's, and I usually buy this on sale for about $2, and I'm gonna use about half of the container, so it's about $1 worth of dressing, or you could alternatively make your own Greek marinade, and I will put a recipe for that down below. But for me, this is a quick, simple summer meal, and it is so, so good with this Greek dressing. I'm just gonna put this in the refrigerator with a cover on it for up to 24 hours, but you can just do a couple hours and it still tastes great. And a meal like this is the perfect opportunity for me to have some peppers, which I do love, and my husband can avoid in this, and it's not gonna make anything taste like peppers. So I have a red pepper, a yellow pepper, a zucchini. You can make kebabs out of absolutely any vegetable that you love that you wanna put on the grill. These are just the ones that I chose. Some summer squash is also a good option. Eggplant is also great. Really, whatever you have on hand, especially in the summer months, these things are more abundant and you can get them at like a farm stand. Sometimes I see farms on the side of the road that someone's selling them for like 25 cents. So it's almost too inexpensive not to buy and throw in a kebab and get something healthy and fresh. Now I'm going to use some of this Greek dressing and actually marinate these as well. So once I have them all finished, I'm just going to put them in a 9x13 and pour some of that over there. And you can let these sit at the exact same time that you let your chicken sit. And it just gives them a little bit of flavor. I don't know how much it, gets inside of the vegetables, but I think that the flavor is delicious. Now I'm just going to take my chicken pieces and skewer them. I find that even though maybe it's pretty to put the chicken and the vegetables on the same skewer, it cooks a lot better to cook those things separately because they're going to cook at different times, at different speeds, and the vegetables actually sometimes take longer than a small piece of chicken like this, and so you'll end up undercooking your vegetables or overcooking your chicken. So it's better to just keep those things separate so that you can cook them at the right time. This is a family favorite in that even my in-laws request it when we go on vacation together every year. It's one of the meals that I make out of the few that I do and they do, and we kind of switch off, but they remember it and they love it, and it's great because kids like it and adults like it. And you just want to cook this on the grill on high heat for about 5 minutes on each side, but you do want to make sure that that chicken is cooked all the way through, so always make sure to check that your juices are running clear and it's cooked all the way through. I do find that the vegetables often take a little bit longer, so you may want to do those 6 or 7 minutes on each side. You can see I'm kind of like grabbing it to make sure that it's cooked, and I'm going to place those on a plate and we are going to enjoy. I do also like to serve this with the garlic butter rice from my rice video, and I will put that rice video down below for you in the description box if you want to check out some different rice recipes. The rice recipe is also a hit with the in-laws, and my sister-in-law is like, it's life-changing, it's so good. So in this particular night, I did not make that rice because I was just going quick and easy, and I just had some fresh bread that I had pulled out of the oven. I was like, that's going to be our starch today. But on other nights, especially if it's like a colder night or something, I may make rice inside and do that garlic butter rice that is absolutely fantastic. You can also see that I made a ton of chicken because this is an amazing meal prep. This is a great thing to put in meal prep boxes for the week for lunch because there's so much chicken and vegetables and it reheats really well. If you don't have a grill, this actually ends up being a great sheet pan meal. So you can actually mix together all those sliced pieces of chicken and your vegetables, put them on a sheet pan and bake them at about 400 degrees for 25 minutes. For this next recipe, I'm making grilled chicken tenders and grilled sweet potatoes. This would also be a really good sheet pan meal. To make your chicken tender marinade, add a 1/4 cup of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning, 1 clove of grated or minced garlic, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Mix all that together, and then you can add in about a pound or more of chicken tenders. And if chicken tenders tend to be on the more expensive side, so you can actually take a chicken breast and slice it lengthwise to make almost like a faux chicken tender, and that still works out really well and it's super delicious. The good thing about having smaller pieces like this is that the marinade covers and coats more pieces of the chicken. So if you put like a full chicken breast in here, it would be harder for the marinade to penetrate the inside of the chicken. You want to place those in the refrigerator and marinate for at least 20 minutes or up to 8 hours. And then I have an entire 3-pound bag of sweet potatoes, and I was like, you know what, we're just gonna cook all of these up because they are good for the kids, good for the baby, they're great for the week. So I wanted to have leftovers and extras. And sweet potatoes are so inexpensive. This whole bag was $2.79, and that was plenty of sweet potatoes for more than one day. Then you just want to cut your sweet potatoes into 1/4-inch wedges, and we are going to coat the slices with olive oil and a little sprinkle of salt. Next, you want to make a cilantro lime dressing to put over the sweet potatoes once they're grilled, and this is phenomenal. You want a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil or whatever oil you have, a tablespoon of lemon juice. I'm just using that cheap stuff from the Dollar Tree, or you can use fresh if you have it, and then a 1/4 cup of finely chopped fresh cilantro. Cilantro is so inexpensive, but I think you could also use some dried cilantro if that is all you have. It's still going to make a great dressing, a great flavor for these sweet potatoes. You just want to grill the sweet potatoes over high heat for about 3 to 6 minutes on each side. Kind of depends on the hot spots on your grill or how hot your grill is. These would also be amazing in the oven at about 425 degrees for 20 minutes, and you just want to flip them halfway through. Depending on how many potatoes you're cooking, you may want to cook the chicken at the same time, or you can add it once most of your potatoes are cooked. You can see I've taken plenty of them off at this point, and then I added in the chicken. You also want to cook that chicken over high heat for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. It cooks really quick. And once your sweet potatoes are all cooked, you just want to add them to a bowl and then pour that dressing right over the top. I'm telling you, this is phenomenal. It's not something I ever thought to do until I had tried this recipe, but now I am completely hooked, and this is a summer favorite of ours. I am so psyched on it. If you do want to cook those chicken tenders in a different way, they would be great pan seared for about 5 minutes on each side, and they would get a nice crust on them, and they're going to taste phenomenal. This was our dinner that night. I did make up a couple hot dogs because I think for some reason I had promised the kids hot dogs, but the chicken and the hot dogs and the sweet potatoes were great. And then I just did a can of corn on the stove, which is always a family favorite of ours and is so inexpensive at like 72 cents a can. I hope you guys enjoy these meals as much as we do. They really are our favorites and they are so inexpensive. I hope you enjoy them. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm doing budget meals 3 times a week, so I've got lots of inspiration for you. And if you want to check out that garlic butter rice, I'm going to put that video up right here so you can check it out right now. I'll see you all very soon.